Guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Follow Sketch February Day 10. So today is February 10th, and this is the sketch by Heather Waldron. It is 2 photos. Now this does say 3x4 on here. However, I am using 4x6 photos, and this will be the last layout that I make with that kit. These are my last 2 pieces of full paper, and yeah, I'm going to be documenting the 2 vehicles that I took pictures of in Harmony, California. This is just an old truck, obviously not in use anymore, used for decorative purposes. And this is the Creamery truck. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I am super excited that this is going to be the last full layout that I make with that kit. Now, full disclosure, after I made this layout, I did not put everything from that kit away. I still have it off to the side of my table where I scrapbook, and that is because, you know, it's just there. There's still stuff in there that I'm pulling out and using. I will probably leave it there until tomorrow, and then go ahead and get it cleaned out and cleaned up and just get some things done. So I am cutting apart the cut apart, and I am also using the cut apart for its yellow and white kind of gingham side. So the other piece of paper that I had from the Cocoa Vanilla collection that looked like this, I used all of the cut aparts. I didn't use any of the yellow. So this time I wanted to be able to be sure to use some of that. Plus, I really like the yellow. It's a great yellow color, right? Like some yellows in scrapbooking, I'm just like, I am not here for that. But this yellow, I really enjoy. Now, I knew that I was going to place these photos on top of each other. I just didn't know which way I wanted them to go. So the trucks are facing in 2 different directions, and that might put some of you into a tailspin, because how do you scrapbook these 2 photos together when they are pointing in opposite directions? Because, you know, a lot of the times when people are scrapbooking, there's a rule to, you know, have your focus going to the inside of your page, right? Like your sight line should go in. If people are looking, they should go in. If things are pointed in one direction, they should go in. I don't really subscribe to that. I kind of put it as wherever I feel like I want to put it, and it is not bothering me whatsoever that these trucks are facing opposite directions. It doesn't bother me whatsoever that one's going off the page and one is looking like it is directly onto the page. I'm not stressing about it whatsoever. Now, I did have this little bit of cut apart from a different cut apart sheet that was left over, and it has this yellowish tinged kind of notebook lined paper, and I thought that that would be a great place to put some journaling. Now, I am making the things that I have left in the kit work for me, so it's not necessarily following the sketch exactly, but hopefully you will be able to see where the bones of the sketch came from, and you would look at this layout and go, oh yeah, I could totally see where you got this from the sketch. Because I like the sketch, I like the composition of it, I like the weight of it. The only thing I didn't really want was the smaller photos. I wanted bigger photos. I know I said in the intro that I was using 4x6 photos, but I did cut them down to fit on that yellow gingham paper. Now I went ahead and trimmed down that wood paper right there, so that not only would it be up at the top of the page, but it would be also on the bottom of the page, and I really like the way that that looks. I've got some fun foam right here, and I am going to place that right on the back of these photo mats, and that way I can have a little bit of a pop-up. I really think one of the easiest ways to add dimension to your page is with some fun foam, right? It is not super thick. It is not going to lift your page up too much. It is not super lumpy bumpy. It just gives it that nice little lift. So if you are a flat scrapbooker like 100% of the time, and you want to kind of dip your toe just dip the little toe, not even your big toe, just the little toe, into the texture lumpy look. Get yourself some fun foam, okay, and try it out. And if you decide that you hate it and it is way too much for your flat stuff, it's like the thickness of thickers, guys. So if you use thickers on your page, the fun foam, it only will lift it that high. Another thing you can use for fun foam is actually die cutting your letters out, and then you have homemade foam thickers, right? Like you don't even have to worry about buying thickers, which now that I am almost finished redoing my room, but you know, I went to Costco today and bought a whole set of fridge bins too. So I got to replace some of the bins that I have in my room. Like that is one of my goals, is to not buy more thickers and thickers letter stickers, I should say, the decorative ones. I'll buy the heck out of those, and really start to use my dies and paper or foam or whatever I have. So that is my plan. Now, these are definitely rainbows. Like there's no doubt in my mind that these are meant to be rainbows, but they look like humper borders to me. They look like kind of offset, wonky humper borders, and that is what I decided I was going to use it with. Both of my ATGs ran out of tape, so I did have to refill those. I didn't put it on camera. If anybody wants to see an ATG being refilled, you let me know. Maybe I'll pop a little video up of it, but I didn't leave it on there. So now I have this little thing. I've got the note paper that I went ahead and added on, and I'm not exactly liking what is going on right now, right? Like it feels a little bit off. There feels like there is a little bit of weirdness to the layout a little bit. Like I'm not completely enamored with it yet. I decide what I'm going to do is cut out all of these labels, and then I'm going to individually cut them, and I am going to do some decorating with them, right? I love decorating with labels. A couple things. They are great to like do little tabs, sticky out things out of photo mats and photos and things like that. They're great for a basis for a cluster or a title. They're great to do what I'm doing right here and just use as decoration. I decided to go ahead and basically cut these bad boys in half. And then I'm going to kind of layer them underneath of this photo right here. And what this does is a couple of things. It solidifies all of the colors that I have going on the layout, because there's a lot of color on the bottom of the page, not a lot of color on the top. So this is going to add that little bit of color. It gives it a little bit of kind of texture, even though these are flat and being tucked underneath of the photos. There's like this almost fake texture thing that's going on right here. And I'm okay with that, right? Like I am completely okay with that. And then I decide what needed to happen where the floral paper ended. I felt like something needed to go there as well. So I grab this gold washi tape, and I'm going to layer it across the top of the floral paper on the right-hand side and also on the left-hand side. And I think it just added a little bit of kind of a page break to it. And happy accident that this paper ended up being cut off, so you kind of don't see the top of the background paper start out with this lighter color and then get into the darkest at the bottom. All of my paper is kind of like covered that up. So it looks like there is just a strip of dark paper at the bottom and lighter paper at the top. And like I said, happy accident, but I love how this turned out. Now in the sketch, there are florals that go across like the bottom of the page, right? And I decided that I really didn't want them there. And then I end up putting some there anyway. But ultimately, I thought that these florals would be really awesome layering over top of the labels that I had going on right there. So some of them I am tucking under a little bit, and some of them I have decided to place on top. Now I am going to figure out that I want to add more, so that will happen. But first I'm going to add another strip of paper, because why not, right? Like, it's not going to cover the entire bit, but I felt like I needed another layer in here. It really had nothing to do with the sketch itself. I just felt like there needed to be some more. Now, I thought about cutting out those sunshines on that one part of the cut apart into another humper border, but ultimately I didn't go for that. This is where I decided to add in the rest of the labels to go all the way down the right side of the photos. I feel like that just added a bit of continuity, and in this case it needed to be there. There are other times, right, like there are other times where I would be doing this layout and I wouldn't even bother, but in this moment this is the way I felt. So yeah, that's what I did. So added some flowers down here, and then I'm going to put some more flowers on there as well, because why not? Plus I'm using up product and I won't have to put it away if I use it up. There are definitely things that still need to be put away, you guys. Don't kid yourselves into thinking that I killed this kit. Technically I did, but there's still a lot of stuff left. Maybe I'll film what's left before I put it away, because next month in March is Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life hosts 30 days of sketches, and she does that 2 or 3 times a year, I think. And the first one is in March. So I was thinking about starting my kind of never-ending kit in March, and building a kit that would last the whole month, or hopefully last the whole month, and then in April take what I have and add to it and see how it changes and evolves. I think that would be really fun. So I'm thinking about doing that in March, continuing in April. I'll take a break in May because I have a whole Disney thing I'm doing in May, and then perhaps start back up in June with the never-ending kit. So yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. I have taken these gold puffy stickers and backed them with some paper, because honestly, I'm not feeling them without the backing, right? They're stickers that basically you see through, and I'm like, I am not here for it. This is where I decide, yep, I need to put these big florals down here, like it is in the sketch. And I'm feeling that way because there is like this weird open space underneath of my journal area. And also that journaling spot that I added kind of goes down over top of that floral border that I put it on, right? Like it's kind of naked down there at the bottom, and it needed a little something. So I went through, found some florals that I think coordinate well enough with the florals that are already on the page. It helps that I covered up a lot of the florals on that strip that went horizontally across the page. It definitely helps that I did that, because now I have a little bit more creative license with the flowers, right? Like, I don't want the flowers to not feel like they can go together, right? So I wouldn't bring in flowers that were in like a sketchy black and white style, right? Because those flowers would not even seem to go with the flowers that are already on the layout. I want something that could go together. Doesn't necessarily have to be exact, but it could, right? Like kind of same style, kind of same colors, not exact match, but it feels like it could go together. And that's what I'm looking for. So here I am adding more flowers, because why not? Flowers and trucks, right? Like, you see trucks, you automatically think flowers. But flowers are just one of those things, you guys, that I find really easy to decorate my pages with. Same for hearts and stars. They just are very generic things that I think it's just easy to decorate a page with, right? It just feels good to decorate with them. I could have probably pulled out some other sort of embellishment for this, probably some transportation type stuff, but honestly, I like this a lot. So I did have the rest of that humper border that I cut, and I decided to add it down here on the left-hand side of the page as well, because why not, right? That was literally a why not moment. It was, I have another piece of humper border. It looks great on the side of the page up here, so why shouldn't I add a tad bit more? Now I've got little bits of gold on the layout with the washi tape and also with those puffy flowers, so I am going to bring in some more gold with this word that says adore, and this is also from that kit. Now this puffy sticker, I'm pretty sure this is a pink fresh puffy sticker. The insides of the letters had not been punched out, and I needed to punch those out because no, right? Like no, just not going to happen. And then I decide to decorate a little bit more with stickers and little bits that are left on the sticker sheet, because again, this was from the kit, and I just combined everything so that it would be easier for me to see and easier for me to use. So I'm doing a mixture of flat stickers and also some tiny puffy stickers. Now, if I do not use everything on this sticker sheet before it gets put away, then it will get put away like this. I don't have any problems having this kind of thing on my sticker sheet, and I hope I've already posted the sticker video, but I actually have gone through my stickers and combined some of them because there's a lot of packaging, and you guys have heard me preach this for a while now. Less packaging means more room, right? Like less packaging means more room. More room means I can buy more stuff. So I use the stuff, combine it when I can, so I can have more room to buy more stuff. It's a cycle that I have worked out in my head, and it works for me. It works for me how I buy supplies. So yeah, it just works. And then every once in a while, I go through and purge stuff I don't like, or I'm like, why in the world did I buy this? Or I kept it because it came free with something. Or, you know, there's like one sticker left and it's like, why are you keeping that? So those kind of things. Anyway, I am using these thickers. These are probably my least favorite thickers. And that is because of the excessive drop shadow behind it in multiple colors. These are one of those things that you buy online because you looked at it online on a photograph and you really liked it. But come to find out, when you get them in person, you don't like it. Now, I like it when the opposite thing happens. Like you look at something online and you're like, I'm not sure, but you put it in your cart anyway. And it's better in person. I feel like a lot of Paige Evans papers are like that. I don't think they show up that great online, but in person, they are a lot better. So there is that. Anyway, the title ends up saying, I adore trucks. And that's not a lie. I really do adore trucks. They're great. I am going to go ahead and use a black pen to go ahead and get some journaling down. And obviously I am talking about the trucks. Now, one thing I don't remember if I did or not, but I really think this layout could use some gold splatter. So I hope I splatter, but I don't think I do, guys. I don't think I remembered to splatter my ornament gold chroma mist from Brutus Monroe on this layout. Might have to splatter some gold on it. Yeah, I didn't do it. Might have to splatter some gold on it before the layout gets put away. So anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this layout. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to join the Scrapping Reflections Facebook group so that you can play along with Follow a Sketch February as well. And then post your layouts under each day, and we will all ooh and ah over them. And there have been some fabulous layouts. Fabulous. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.